Hey guys, Jakob Owens here for the Buff Nerds, and today I'm here to talk to you about our latest product. So if you've been following my company, Prism Lens Effects, for the last 2 years, you'll have seen our journey of where we started with, first building the mountable prism, the first of its kind. 2 years ago, Tom and I, my business partner, started it in a warehouse. As DPs, cinematographers, directors, we've always played with objects, including prisms in front of your lens to get amazing in-camera effects. And that's kind of where the whole idea of Prism Lens Effects started from, is there was never really a way to mount anything, to a handle, to your camera, to your lens that really gave unique in-camera effects. And so that's kind of how Prism Lens Effects started, and it first started with the triangle prism and our handheld orb. We had gotten a patent on these, the design, started building these, and we launched Prism Lens Effects with just these two items. We always had bigger hopes and dreams of turning it into more than just mountable prisms and moving into the filter line, filters that you could mount to your camera, and then ultimately filters one day, again, that you could hand hold and dance in front of your lens, just like our very first mountable glass prisms. So over the last few years, from starting in a tiny 300 square foot warehouse to moving into one that was double the size, not even a year later, to then 6 months moving and picking up our entire business in Los Angeles and moving here to Arizona and opening up our first warehouse and store, to now moving into over 15 different products, and now our latest of which, the handheld split diopter. Now, if you're not familiar with split diopters and what they do, split diopters will help you get two focal planes in focus at the same time. This is a very old in-camera film effect that's been done for a long time, but in music videos, it can be really popular to take a split diopter that's actually built into a ring, which would slide into a filter tray, and dance it in front of the lens to get really cool warpy in-camera effects. Me and Tom have done this for years when shooting videos for John Bellion, the Bone Thugs, Tank, and so many other artists. This is something we always did, and it was always a goal of ours to build one that you could hold with your hand, much like our prisms. From there, we've built all different kinds of, effects filters that mount straight to your camera lens. But now we're taking all of the existing effects filters we have, from the kaleidoscope, the linear, the subtle kaleidoscope, and different filters like that, and putting them into a handle that you can dodge and move within your frame. Now, what's good and unique about this is, like I said, we've done this forever on music videos, and it's really cool to get a dodge and burn type effect, be able to really dial it in. But not only that, but it's also great for photography as well, to really be able to, at a quick moment, dodge it, play with it, move it a little bit this way, angle it, just have the freedom to quickly control and move for photography is also something that's really helpful. Now, why we built it with a 150 millimeter diameter is that way it's large enough for any lens size. So the biggest of cinema lenses will come in a 138 millimeter diameter. This is 150. So no matter what lens size you have, so it really gives you the most room for control and glass to play with in front of your lens. A lot of filmmakers today get caught up with, I'll do it in post, when they don't realize that a lot of stuff is done in camera. And the more you can do something in camera to the desired look you want, it's gonna save you time and money on the back end. If you can just do it in camera, why wouldn't you do it in camera? And a lot of industry professionals for years and years have done stuff in camera, and that's why split diopters exist in the first place. Because without a split diopter, there's no way to get those two fields of plane in focus at the same time. There's no way you can just do that in post. So what a lot of young filmmakers don't understand is that it is actually very critical, and something that's long-standing is to do effects in camera and not rely on anything in post. And there's just certain things that you can't do in post as well. But this has been a long time coming from our partner Tom and I. We're super excited to turn all of our existing filters into handheld versions, mountable versions. We have stuff in the works for filter trays, full 138 millimeter diameter kaleidoscopes, subtle kaleidoscopes, 4 filter trays for bigger cinema cameras. We're working on a lot of really cool things right now, and we're just super stoked to continue to grow this company and able to build it out to be what we want it to be. These are all products that ourselves as filmmakers, creatives, photographers, DPs, directors use on projects for industry artists, indie films, feature films, commercials, and we look forward to continuing to build those products for people like you, and if you're a long-standing professional as well. You can go check out the existing filter line that we have at prismlenseffects.com and follow us on Instagram to stay up to date with all the new things that we're cooking up, building, and putting out. Appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this, and we're super excited about everything new that we have coming out because we've just launched a bunch of new stuff, and our latest of which is the handheld split diopter. So go check it out. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next time. I'm Jakob Owens for the Buff Nerds, and I'm out.